Okay, it's beer o'clock again on the Real Ale Guide. Today's beer is a beer from the Loddon Brewing Company, and it's the Russet Multigrain Bitter, coming in at 4.7% ABV. Really looking forward to this beer. Nice blue cap on it. Looking forward to the beer because I've been so surprised by this brewery. They make some outstanding beers, really outstanding beers, from big strong hoppy IPAs to nice dark roasted chocolate and coffee malty kind of stouts, porter. We've had a pale ale which was nice and refreshing. Now we got this, a kind of multi-grain bitter, so it's chock full of grain. It's going to be, well, I'm just looking forward to it. One finger ahead, again, that classic Loddon look to their beers. Every beer I've poured out has been so clear, so crisp, and so good to look at in the glass. Nice levels of carbonation. Let's get a nose on this one then. And it just bangs out, kind of multi-grain grain with hints of toffee, caramel, chocolate. Looking forward to this one. Cheers. It's a classic bitter. Classic bitter. It's refreshing. It's surprisingly hoppy. Nice and fruity. With that balance of that freshly baked bread. Grain. It's the grain they use in the beer. There's a big whack of a almost cherry taste in there. Cherry fruit. There's even maybe, let's just make sure on this one. There's also, it's between like a cherry and a kind of blueberry flavour in there. But the roasted, the toffee in here from the malt is classic, absolutely classic. This hints of lemon, mouthfeel, crisp, refreshing. It's just very drinkable. 4.7% ABV. Ruby red, brewed with barley, oats, wheat and crystal rye. I looking at that kind of oat, I think the oat gives it that slight creaminess to the beer, which you get with the lacing. Look at that. The oats give it that creamy mouthfeel. It's very good, very drinkable. Kind of a medium with the oats, giving it that medium mouthfeel. But it's slipping down. Nice beer to look at. I don't want to talk overly about a best bitter. We all know a good best bitter. This is one to go out and try. Rating on this one, what would I rate this? I mean, just to read out, you go into a supermarket and now most beers have this anyway, but say you pick up a box, I know it's a little bit unrelated, but you pick up a box of cereal and it's got wholesome goodness with bran and it's multigrain and because they've written all these different things on the box, you're looking to pay £3 for a box of cereal. And I think beer is, I know it's an alcoholic drink, but I think it's overlooked in terms of its how healthy it can be. I would much rather, now I used to be a big fan of big sugary cokes, and I'd always have, say with an Indian meal or a Chinese, I'd have a big glass of Pepsi. And I actually think now, after drinking beer for over 3 years, reviewing beer for over 3 years, when you get a beer, you know, it's all multigrain, it's all healthy, I think it would be much better for you to have a pint of something so natural and refreshing over something that's full of sugar and caffeine and everything else. So I think beer sometimes can take a bit of a beating, and it's probably a lot cheaper as well than buying a big box of cereal, and just get a nice beer. Just get a nice beer if you're old enough. If you're still a child, carry on eating the cereal. But this Loddon Russet Multigrain Bitter, my final thoughts on a rating. It's nice, it's got plenty of toffee and cherry and a hint of blueberry. It's a nice mouthfeel. It's just a very drinkable beer for 4.7% ABV. The oats give it that kind of creaminess to it. I could easily drink 4 or 5 of these beers without a shadow of a doubt, maybe even a bit more. So for all them reasons, I'm going to give it a 7 out of 10. 7 out of 10 for the Real Ale Guide. Thanks for watching me. Put your comments in the comments box. Subscribe if you like, and cheers.